In this video, we are going to go over a $40,000 per month content agency's entire backend system. So we will cover what is done for the client. We will cover the onboarding process briefly, also the A to Z process of how the content gets created, and also kind of the content reviewing process. So this is going to be a behind the scenes look again of a multi six-figure a year content agency, which is something I've never seen anybody do. Today I have here with me on the channel Greg, who is my business partner, and he's been the one who scaled up the agency over the last few years. So Greg, thank you so much for coming on the channel first of all, and I would say let's get right into it.
Sure. So I'm gonna show you basically the whole behind the scenes of what we do for our clients, how we're doing it, how we're onboarding new clients. So I basically have all of that here, and we're gonna go through it in a second. But let me actually start with what do we do for our clients. So this agency, we basically have everything is around YouTube. So we work with entrepreneurs, agency owners, coaches, consultants. We help them grow their YouTube channels and use them to actually get more clients and scale their businesses. So we have free offers, so like 3 ways we can help our clients with that. Our main offer is the YouTube done for you. So we work as a regular agency, people pay as retainers. As you can see, the pricing varies from $2,000 to $3,000. Like usually we have some clients that might be slightly below that. We have clients that are over that, but on average it's around like $2,000 to $3,000. And then when we work with our clients, we help them literally with everything so they can just record content. Like that was the goal of the agency, to just make this process as streamlined as possible so they can just record content while me and my team takes care of everything else. So first thing what we do when we work with clients is basically help them either set up a channel if they don't have any, or optimize their current one. And if they already have a YouTube channel, we also do an audit, and then based on that we come up with a YouTube strategy. So we show them exactly what to record it, how to record it, like how many videos we're gonna record. Like we cover all of that in the strategy part. So not only we edit the videos for our clients, we do the thumbnails, but we actually come with the growth strategy to help them grow, but also get clients from YouTube. So then once we do that, literally what we're doing for them is we help them with the ideas research, we edit the videos for them, we do the thumbnail design, YouTube SEO, we upload and kind of like fully manage their content. And even though the service is like completely done for you, we also have a consulting part to it. So we try to do our best on all of those side of things, but when it comes to actually recording content, because it's something that is left on our client side, we want to support them in this process, and that's why we have this consulting part to it, where we just help them create better content, higher quality, all of that stuff to like really make this process easy for our clients. But we also have a consulting part, a consulting offer. So for example, if someone already has a team or just doesn't have money to pay us $2,000 to $3,000 every month, we have a consulting offer where we literally package all of the knowledge that we have, all of the systems into a program that is priced at around $5,000. And what is included is a lot of the same things. So still they get the strategy, they still get the like video reviews, optimization, but also just one-on-one access to us and access to the program that we have. So we have this consulting offer as well. And then there's a third offer that we implemented lately, and we're just testing it out, which is a build and release offer, which is kind of like a done with you offer, combination of a done for you and consulting. So we basically offer consulting, but also on top of that, we help our clients build their own team in-house, because sometimes it just makes more sense for clients to build their in-house team instead of hiring us as an agency. And then we have this build and release offer where we just set it all up for clients and then build their whole like content infrastructure, and then they can have and like run it basically by themselves. So those are the free offers. Now, when we get clients I'm going to talk mainly about the done for you offer, but the process is really similar, even whether it's a consulting done for you or the build and release offer. But this is how the onboarding looks like. So I'm going to walk you through right now. Once we close the deal, basically what a salesperson is doing is sending an onboarding email to people, because onboarding is really a key part of like getting a client. Like people will judge the whole service and based on the onboarding that you have. So the better the onboarding experience, they're more likely gonna stay with you for longer. It's actually proven, there's like even research done on that. So onboarding is an important part. We want to make sure that it's streamlined and optimized, so we don't have to just spend days onboarding a client, like doing everything manually, and at the same time that it's a good process that your clients enjoy. So first thing, once we close a new deal, a salesperson is basically sending an onboarding email and the invoice. Now I put the invoice here because a lot of the times it's just sorted before the onboarding email on the call, but sometimes it's basically at the same time. We send them onboarding email, And in the onboarding email, basically they just get a link to our onboarding process, which I'm gonna show you in a second as well. And then just a few next steps that that we're gonna take. So just like letting them know about the next steps. Then what is left on the client part is actually going through that onboarding. So what we have there is, I'm gonna show you that, but we have the guidelines and boundaries. So actually like the first video is just me talking about how our system works, how we work with our clients, what's the turnaround time, how they can upload videos. We explain all of that, because if I would want to explain that to every client that we get, it would take me a lot of time, because sometimes we had months where we onboarded like 6 new clients. So if I would have to explain to everyone how things work inside of our agency, it would just take me a lot of the time. So I just recorded like a 10-minute video going over all of those information. Then we need to get access to the YouTube channel, just so we can upload videos, so we can do an audit of the YouTube channel. So then there's this most important part of the onboarding process. So this is the form, basically a place where clients can leave all the important information about their branding, about the type of clients they want to attract, the type of channel they want to grow, but also, if they give us access here to pictures that we can then use for thumbnails. So basically everything that we need from our clients, they give us in this whole onboarding process. And just to show you how it looks like, it's basically on our website. There's a few steps they need to take. As you can see, we have video explanation to every step of the process. So people, we don't have to spend that time just explaining it to people. They can just literally go through it. YouTube channel access, they have a video showing exactly how to give us the access to the channel. There's this onboarding form that they need to fill out. That takes around like 10 to 15 minutes to go through. And then once they do all of that, their last step is to actually book in the onboarding strategy call. As you can see, you cannot really book it like 3 days in advance, just because we need around those like 3-4 days to come up with the strategy, the branding, the kind of like the branding of the channel, all of the stuff. And once they go through it, they book an onboarding call. Then we have an automation that automatically creates a Slack channel and a Google Drive, like a shared Google Drive where they can upload content. And we have a customer success manager, invite them to the Slack channel, give them access to that Google Drive, and also really important, give them access to the program. Because I mentioned previously that we have this consulting part to our Done For You service, and that's basically in the form of a mini course. So just like few most important modules about how to structure videos, how to record them, how to increase the quality, all of that stuff. And it's also really important because when people join and pay you high ticket, a lot of money basically, they might have this buy remorse if they go through the onboarding and then there's a time of like 7 days, 4 days, whatever that is, and they don't get anything from you. So just to give them something instantly, we have this program. So also in the meantime, when we work on the strategy, when we work on the channel branding, they can go through the program and everyone is doing their own part. And then we meet together on the onboarding call. They can ask any questions they have. We present them the YouTube strategy. We present them the channel branding. They give us feedback based on that we iterate. And really once they go through the onboarding, it's really simple, because the only thing that's left is to just for them to record videos. We decide also which videos we're going to start with from the list of video ideas that we're going to give them. And we set a deadlines for those videos, because sometimes what we've noticed is that it took people weeks to record the first video. Like it's really easy for people to put out, creating content in time. So what we do right now is at the end of the onboarding call, we set deadlines and we say, okay, these are the first video we need you to record. When do you have time to record those? If they say, Friday this week, we're gonna make sure we're gonna just follow up with them so they can actually get up those videos as soon as possible, because the sooner we start, the sooner we're gonna get the results. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, this is the part that is doing the salesperson. Then a lot of things that the client needs to do. So just go through this entire onboarding. Then we have a customer success manager just giving the access to the program and Slack and Google Drive, and the YouTube strategies and the design team create the strategy and the channel branding. So that's how the onboarding looks like.
So yeah, guys, I think there's like a really important lesson in here, and you can see that this process is pretty much dialed in, right? Like everything that is a reoccurring task, anything that happens more than once, has basically either a video created for it, a form created for it, Zapier automation created for it. And this is the thing that really separates, like freelancers and small agencies doing under 10K a month and like building up to multi 6 figures or even 7 figures. And I think this infrastructure is actually going to allow us to scale to 7 figures as well. So very, very solid. And I think there's a lot of value to be taken from here. Let's move on to the next part.
Sure. And just one last thing here, we also have automations that, for example, when a client goes through the form, we automatically get information, sent to to the team that is responsible for creating the strategy, the branding. So it's not like we need to then go look for the, for the responses that they fill out in the form. We get all of that. So it's really smooth, really simple. And because of it, even if we get 5 clients at the same time, we have no problems with onboarding them, just because the process is dialed in, and we don't have to stress about it. Oh, did I send the client this? Or like, did they give me the channel access? We know that once they go through it, we have everything that is needed, and the process is really smooth. But let me show you how the content and creation and revision process actually looks like, because that's also something that I'm getting quite a lot of questions about. So just to go straight into it, when the client, it all starts when a client uploads a video to Google Drive. So we just have a shared Google Drive where a client uploads videos to, and then our team can access the video from that Google Drive because it's basically shared between the whole team. Now, we also have an automation that automatically adds as the task in Asana. So for every client, we have a project in Asana, and I'm going to show that in a second as well. And then it automatically creates a task in Asana, and then assigns we just have the customer success manager assign the work to the team. So basically, it just the automation only creates the subtask, so like the editing, thumbnail, but then the customer success manager actually kind of like assigns the work to the team and also assigns the due date. So if we know that the video needs to go live in 3 days, we'll make sure that everything is ready before that. So that's how it looks like inside of Asana. It's really, really simple, but that's what works. We have a to-do section, and then we have a completed check sections, and everything that is needed to do, we have under subtasks. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of things that are going on, because we have the editing, we have the quality control, we have the thumbnail instructions, we have the thumbnail, actually the creation of that, because we have like a head of design that comes up with the concept, and then we have 2 designers that actually do those thumbnails. We have the SEO part. By SEO, I mean titles, description, and tags. Then we have actually, another subtask that is just like send to review, schedule the video, and then for this client specifically, we're also creating 2 shorts out of every long form. So there's also that included. As you can see, there are team members assigned here, due dates as well. If there's any info that is needed to be passed to the editor or the thumbnail designer, as you can see, these tasks have basically comments, like details. So this way we don't have to communicate back and forth between everyone. We just see everything here. And because of it, our team also doesn't have to just ask like what they need to do. They just go to Asana, log into their account, go to their task sections here, and they see all of the tasks that they need to do today, tomorrow, 2 days after. So everything is split between them, and it's working amazingly well and really smooth. So once that's done, basically, as I just showed you, it gets assigned. So we have the thumbnail design. Now, when it comes to the thumbnail design, as I mentioned, we have a person that is just coming out with the concept, and then a person that actually creates those thumbnails, just because we want to make sure that the thumbnails are actually looking similar. So we cannot really have like different people coming up with like different thumbnails, especially for like the same client. So we'd rather just have someone that, kind of like overlooks the whole thumbnail team and make sure that the thumbnails are looking good. They are, basically also like that the concept is good, and then that they can actually execute it properly. We have the editing. Sometimes there's also like shorts included with some of our clients. And then we have the SEO, basically title, description, and tags. And always we have an internal review. So for thumbnails, this is a head of design that is doing the review of those thumbnails and make sure that, the final version is looking good. For the editing, we have editors checking their own work, same thing with SEO. But after that, to avoid all of the possible mistakes or things like that, we have the internal quality control as well. So before the video gets sent to the client, we do the internal quality control, looking for spelling mistakes, editing errors, whatever that might be. So we have the quality control. If it doesn't go for the quality control, it gets sent back to the team. Depends what is needed, what needs to be changed. If it passes the quality control, it's getting sent to client for review. And same thing here, if a client wants to change anything in the process, he just lets us know in Slack, it gets sent back to the team. Now the process we have for sending the video to the client is that we upload everything to YouTube Studio and then send it to client. And then there are 2 ways a client can leave us instructions, either by just commenting under that video that is set to private, or by just sending our feedback to us on Slack. So once they go through it, a lot of the times, our clients don't even check the videos, so they know we have the internal quality control. The videos just are going live on schedule. But if they want to check and maybe change anything, we get that done. And if it passes the quality control of our client, we schedule the video. Now, the reason why we're doing it this way, not using softwares like frame.io, is first because there's rarely things that we need to change. So a lot of our clients just trust us. They know we have a quality control, so they're not worried about, possible like mistakes in the videos. And second thing is we want them to we want to make it easy for our clients to review everything at once. And if we upload a video to YouTube Studio and we just save it as private and then send them the link, they can see the title, they can see the description, they can see the edit, they can see the thumbnail, all of that at once without going for like different places to find those things. So that's the reason why we do it this way. And then we just schedule the video. So that's how the content creation and revision process looks like.
Brilliant, brilliant. So there you go, guys. Here's a lot of sauce on building out like an actually good agency that is not only something that is just like a glorified job. Like these are actual systems, and obviously you hear this all the time that, oh, you need to build out systems if you want to scale. You need to create SOPs and so on. But like a lot of people, they don't understand, okay, what is a system actually, right? Because it's like this very vague thing. So I hope you guys now have a better idea about, number one, how does the offerings look like for the agency? How does the onboarding process looks like? And also how does the kind of content creation and content revision process looks like? Obviously there are more systems as well, like client communication. Sure. and so on. And like even just invoicing, billing, and all of that, which we could also talk about more in the future if you guys want. But I think these are very essential to have. Like without these, without having a clear idea about your offerings, without having a good onboarding process, and also having a very clear and efficient content creation and revision process, you will have a very hard time scaling and working with more than like 3 to 4 clients. So yeah. Greg, is there anything else you would like to add on these?
Sure. And basically you need that system. Even as you mentioned, like sometimes at the beginning you might think that you don't need that system because you know what needs to be done. But once you get to a certain point and you have a lot of clients, like we had weeks where we literally had like 40 videos going out in like 5 days. So that's like 8 videos that need to go live every single day. 8 thumbnails, 8 edits, 8 titles, like all of that stuff. And then also we just need to make sure that everything is on time because that's what our clients pay us for. So to make sure that everything can actually be done on time, be a good quality, that doesn't have like mistakes in it, and to even be able to put this much content, because that's just long form content, and we also had some shorts. So the overall number of pieces of content might be closer to like even 60, 70 pieces of content that we posted like in 1 week. We need to have a proper system, and that really makes scaling easier because you don't have to be that involved in the process. As you could see, it really runs smoothly without pretty much no time needed from me or even like the head of operations. So it's all the team.
Awesome. Great. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you want us to actually help you with building all of this stuff out, you have a chance to work with me and Greg directly at our company, Grow Creatives. So again, if you want to help with figuring out your offerings, figuring out all your systems and processes, helping you with your team, helping you with your services, like literally all parts of scaling your content agency beyond 10K a month, and you are serious and you are ready to invest, then you will find a link in the description of this video. It's going to be the first link where you can basically book a call with us, and you will be able to talk to me directly, or maybe even Greg. And well, basically we will see whether you would be a good fit for our program or not. If you are, we will make you an offer and we can start working together. And if no, I will also let you know, and we will try to guide you in the best direction possible. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.